All right, and we looking good. What's going on with everybody? It's your boy Eric, aka Young God, coming to you live in the Green Dungeon, giving it to you real raw, rugged, and like the Breakfast Club say, we got a special guest in the building, but I'm gonna let him introduce himself, man. Who we got?
Now we got Zaire in the building. What's up?
Hey man, what's going on with you, man? Now I've been wondering, is that like your government name, or you came up with that name? How'd that come about?
Yeah, it's kind of a hard name to come up with by myself. So yeah, it's definitely my middle name, government. My mother gave it to me. So yeah.
All right, man. So for the people that don't know who you are, just tell them a little bit more about yourself, bro.
Man, I'm an artist. I'm a creative producer. I put so many different things together in every aspect of the process. But really, I'm just somebody. I'm a dude from Oakland. I'm a big family guy. And I love to make good things. That's really it, man. I just want to push the boundaries of everything going on creatively right now.
Hey, and going back to I guess where you're from Oakland. How was it growing up out there in Oakland?
Oakland is the best city in America. So there you go.
See, I mean, like, see, I've been on Twitter for a while, and I remember, like, I'm gonna say around 2011, Twitter, it was very popular to like roast nigga city, and Oakland was like one of the cities that like be a go-to, be like somewhere down south, New York and Oakland, and I didn't know too much about like Oakland at the time. I didn't even know what this was until the nigga said I look it up. He was like, I went to Oakland, and some niggas start washing my car. 2 minutes into washing my car, niggas got on my hood and started thizzing. And I didn't know what thizzing was, so I looked up the thizz dance. And is that still a big thing out there? Niggas still hitting the thizzle?
Yeah, most recently, I don't think everybody's listening as much, but it's definitely still a thing. This nation, hyphy, all that stuff is still good.
Okay. So, like, what are some Oakland like legends out there? Cause I interviewed one Oakland legend. I can toot my horn. I interviewed Lil B. So shout out to Lil B.
Okay.
So yeah, who else out there is like a staple?
You got Too Short, you got E40, and then you also got like people don't know, but Oakland is a very soulful city. You got like Tower of Power.
Mm.
Those are like people that came out of Oakland. Really Pop too. Pop claimed Oakland in a lot of ways. A lot of people talk about him in LA or whatever, the East Coast. But Oakland was a city where like when it came down to it, he was like, yeah, this is where I'm from. It's the spirit, man. It's like in a lot of cities you go, the city is cool, but the people are, when you don't know them, they could go either way. But in Oakland, the people are just like, you can't trade. You can't even really recreate the spirit that people have, like how approachable people are to function. When people go to parties, they dance. Other cities, they don't dance at parties. They go, they stand around, they look at each other, they stun. In Oakland, it's about being active. Like, that's probably one of the biggest movements, like getting active, staying active.
Who are some people from Oakland that inspire you?
Guapole. I don't know if you know her, but she sang that song like Closer. It's like closer to my dreams, I'm getting higher.
I never heard.
You heard it? Have you listened to Drake?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, Drake got this old track where he's like on comeback season, and he's like Mr. Jeez, something like that. I can't remember all the words. But anyway,
Okay.
He sampled her track.
Okay.
So her, the musicians in Oakland are crazy. A lot of people don't know, like David Jackson, Booyah. You got like what's that guy named Pridget. There's just all these people who play well. You know what I mean? Like on the keys, organ, bass. Like a lot of these concerts, they pick up musicians from Oakland. Kehlani is dope too. I want to hear her more musically, do some other stuff. But I think as a person, she dope. So.
And it's crazy who you said is from there, and I found them on accident. You said Tower of Power. I was on Apple Music, and they got a song called You're Still a Young Man, Baby. And I'm listening to that, and now I had to look them up. I was like, is these the same people you talking about? So yeah, that's fire. I need to be like put more onto them. Like, are you know any like more stuff about them?
You'd be surprised if you're from Oakland. Be surprised.
Okay, so now that you're trying to make it out of Oakland, is it like a thing where certain artists, is it hard to make it out of Oakland, or you find it easier to like, is it a platform out there?
I'm in Atlanta for the most part now.
Okay.
It's a little different. When you're in Atlanta, everybody is like, that's what they're doing. In Oakland, I think it's like people give you so much love there. A lot of people don't leave, so it's like if they rock with you, you really could just be off a high in the bay. But it depends on what you're doing it for. Like me, I don't. I want my stuff to reach everybody. So because I really feel like I'm bringing forth something that I feel like anybody from anywhere can connect to. Whether whether you're in the UK, France, like wherever you at,
Yeah.
you know. So, but yeah, I mean, in Oakland, I think that people get a lot of love. So I think it's just a matter of like once you get that love, step out and keep it moving, you know, and come back, of course.
Also, Twitter, another tweet, just a lot of tweets I'm bringing up right now. You just brought it up, but you in Atlanta right now. One of my favorite tweets all the time. He said, after every person graduates from high school and they want to do something with their life, every black person just moved to Atlanta. And I'm seeing that to be true right now. Is that something that, like, is that like a trend or something going on right now? Because I feel like Atlanta is like where all like black people are trying to go to be successful.
I don't know. Like, I just know for me, I feel like I was drawn there for whatever reason. I can't tell you why.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I know that as a black person, there's definitely like a lot of successful black people there. There's also a huge like class divide in Atlanta too, though. You know what I mean? You got these like elite blacks, so to speak, and you got everybody else. And I think that there's also some intentionality behind that too. But once you get into the circles out there, and if you're dope, just being dope. There's a lot of opportunity. So yeah.
So I mean, going back to you, like trying to pursue the opportunity, what made you even want to start singing in the first place?
I grew up around a lot of talented people. I grew up watching like some of Babyface's backup sing. Like they would travel with him, and they were teenagers. So when I was a kid, they were teenagers. So I watched them grow into adults. I just felt like having a voice is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like people talk about having a voice in general, but I mean, as a singer, you're literally your whole that aspect of your career is centered around what you're saying, how you sound. You know what I'm saying? Everybody talk about the sound. This is like the biggest unique sound we could possibly have. So anyways, when I was like 16, I went to school early. I went to like college, whatever, at 16. It was like some early crazy stuff. But I didn't really connect to the school. So I was like, shoot, I just want to make some music. So really, I just went into my own zone myself. And I just started creating. I watched some videos of like Ryan Leslie at the time. And I was like, oh shoot, like this man is really doing it all by himself. I was reading about people that was doing that type of thing. And I was like, okay. Because when I was in Oakland, when I was younger, a lot of people would be like, oh man, no, just stay in school, man. You smart. You know what I'm saying? You don't even need to do this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because they were looking at it a little differently. I just looked at it because I was like, I love it. They were like, shoot, you don't have to get into this game, So.
I like the way you just did a quick smart nigga flex and you say, yeah, I was in college at 16. I mean, nothing. And I was at college at 12 years old. I mean, I was getting my dicks up by 18-year-old bitches.
I just slide it in there because it's the fact. It's the fact. And it's like, it's weird because like my story, it would jump around so much if I didn't throw that in there. You know what I mean? You'd be like, oh, where is this nigga? How old is this nigga?
Yeah.
What's up? Yeah. So.
How did that happen? Like, are you just like an extremely smart student, or you did early college, or how did that happen?
Man, it was crazy. I went to 13 schools growing up, so I moved around a lot. And in that process, like, I was exposed to so much. So I was never attached. They were never like, oh, yeah, you must do this. It was just kind of like, where do you fit? So in the process of moving, I tested a few times. I skipped a couple grades, and they wanted to do more, but my mom was just like, nah, like, we got to make sure he's mature enough, too, to be in those spaces with. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be 12 with 19-year-olds. That's kind of...
Nigga, you are a genius. What the fuck? That's crazy. Hold on. So what was your strong subject in school?
My strong subject? I just feel like I listen well. That's it. I listen well. And, connecting the dots between, like in history classes or English or whatever, for me, it wasn't like, oh, I need to sit here and read this whole book to get it. It was like, let me just think about it for myself for a second. Let me see how this makes sense to me. And then I'm going to plug in. So I always had an issue with teachers where they'd be like, show your work type stuff. I wouldn't be able to show it all the time and if I did, it wasn't the way that they wanted me to do it. You know what I'm saying? They'd be like, oh, the answer is right, but how did you get to it?
That's a fact. I know exactly what you mean. Like, I'm that type of way. Like, I kind of do it in my mind, or I do it some abstract way, and they be like, you not get credit for it. But I'm like, I got the right answer. So I knew.
It makes sense. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So,
Hey, man, on some real shit, you might do my homework. You know what I'm saying, man? You sound like a nigga that know how to do homework. I'm going to have to email you my homework. You know what I'm saying, man?
Honestly, bro, I got my homework done and then they hated me in the class because I'd be done with it. And I just wouldn't have nothing else to do, so I'd be talking. And I was like, it was funny because actually getting kicked out of classes was part of what prompted them to be like, yo, we need to figure out something for this kid. Like,
because you were already done in the head, so you had nothing else to do.
What else did they do?
So were you in school singing, trying to get females? Like, did that work?
It's funny. Like, I feel like that naturally kind of happened when I was singing and singing well too. That was the other thing. Cause I'm not gonna flex. Like I definitely did not start off hitting every note. Um, People always said I had a nice voice, but I also at that time I think people liked me more because I was like, oh nah, like I'm not that great. So then like because I was saying I wasn't that great, you know how it is. Like, oh no, you are.
Yeah.
So that was that effect, and then I don't know. Singing was interesting because I feel like it gave me more strength when it came to women, which is weird. Because like before then, girls used to be like, "Oh, he's so cute, he's so adorable." I hated that, bro. I hated like girls being like, "Oh my god, like he's so like," because I was the smallest nigga, the youngest nigga, and the newest nigga everywhere I went. You know what I'm saying? So you're new, small, and young, and cute, like. As opposed to like, you know, because then I'll be kicking them like, oh, such and such is so fine. Like, oh my God. So, you know, as I got older, I didn't really care no more. I just kind of walked how I walk.
I know what you mean, because I feel like you can get a compliment, but it's not the compliment you want. Like, because being like a lighter skinned nigga with hair, like as I was growing up, so many hoes, oh, he look like Lil Bow Wow, he like Lil Fizz. Like, he don't like no damn Lil Fizz. What the fuck? So, yeah, so it just like, I know exactly what you're talking about. So, so did you have a go-to song? Like, have you ever had a go-to song, like, when you trying to impress a female that you sung?
At that time, it was like between John Legend and Chris Brown. Yeah, it was somewhere in that range. You know what I'm saying? Because like some people would love like that Ordinary People Get Lifted, John Legend. And then people also love like that first album, Chris Brown. You know, that Chris Brown, and then they had the exclusive.
That's a fact. Chris Brown's a legend. Shout out to Chris Brown, man.
Oh, nah, definitely. Especially just creatively, man. That guy, yeah. That's all I gotta say.
Who was some people that you would want to work with? Speaking of legends and people like that.
Legends? Can it be dead or alive, or are they alive?
We can talk just anybody that you listen to, dead or alive, and you like. I need to be in the studio with that person before my career over.
I mean, for me, it's kind of wild. Like I would say, like if I could get in the studio session with like healthy Lauryn Hill, and by healthy I just mean like present. I don't know. I don't really know because I don't know her. You know what I'm saying? I know how media talks.
Yeah.
But, yeah. So I don't know what it's really like. But Lauryn Hill, Pop, like Musiq Soulchild, Jill Scott. I would also say people like Kehlani is somebody that I want to work with now. One, because she's from Oakland, and two, because I feel like there's a lot of soul that she's about to get to go into. Who else? Like,
I just quickly want to say I don't think niggas put respect on Musiq Soulchild name at all. Like, that's not a nigga that you hear brought up a lot, and that's kind of fire you brought him up.
He's neo soul, bro. Like he was like the pioneer. I mean, there's other people. You got D'Angelo and all that, but D'Angelo was still. I wouldn't call him neo soul as much. You know what I mean? So yeah, Musiq Soulchild was a pioneer. I just think it was him connecting with people as a person. I don't think people ever got that.
Yeah.
You know, he had the shades on. It's kind of hard to connect with a nigga who's rocking the shades on.
You know why he wears shades?
I saw the story, man. Actually, matter of fact, I met him.
Really?
I got the chance to sing background for him.
Wow.
At a show like a few years ago in Atlanta. It was kind of crazy. So
is that the most successful person that you sung live with?
That's a good question. Think so, actually. Well, yeah. Okay. In terms of like me being like right there and like singing and it's like my, you know what I'm saying? I have like a contribution to this song. Yeah.
Okay. And I love to ask people this question because I feel like it's one of the hardest musical questions for me to answer, and it's since you like to sing, I feel like it's a good question. Which one would you take, or which one is better in your opinion? Which one do you prefer? 90s R&B or 70s soul?
Wow. All right, you gotta give me what's 70s soul to you.
Al Green, Marvin Gaye, David Ruffin, people like that, people in that era.
David Ruffin. I mean, those are the classics, man. So, I mean, 90s R&B, it's hard to not live with that because I was born in the 90s.
Yeah.
You know, that's like I'm in the womb, like, bouncing around to, Musiq Soulchild just dropping, you know what I'm saying? Shoot, so, I don't know, I can't trade 90s R&B for anything. 70s soul is also, like, it had a feeling and a love to it that even 90s R&B, I can't say fully captured. You know what I'm saying? It was amazing. Like 90s R&B is great. 70s soul has. So I don't know. I don't know.
That's a hard question. It's a hard one.
I don't have an answer for you.
Well, to fast forward now, I honestly feel like R&B is at a weird place.
Slave, by the way. Slave's from Oakland too.
Okay, shout out to Slave. I feel like today's R&B is like in a weird place. There's of course some good R&B out there, but I feel like a lot of it in the mainstream. A lot of niggas, I mean, come down to if we gonna keep it spicy, niggas can't sing for real, bro. Like niggas don't know how to sing. So, and I feel like in the 90s and the 70s, if you know how to sing, bro, hey man, you probably gonna be the janitor of the studio. You know what I'm saying? You're not finna be in the studio. So please elaborate. Do you agree or do you disagree with that?
That niggas don't sing no more.
Niggas do not know how to sing.
I don't think people have to learn and challenge themselves. I think people go to the studio, be like, I don't like how that sounds. Throw some auto-tune on it.
Yeah.
But it's like, you know, you want to take the time to be like, I don't like how that sounds. Let me redo it. You know what I'm saying? Let me redo that. Let me put a couple extra hours in. You know what I'm saying? Let me practice before I get here. Let me sing. Let me be a singer first. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I just think it's like part of the time, the sound. People like all this experimental stuff. So engineers get to play around a lot. It's a huge playground for engineers, which is dope. But you know, a lot of niggas don't come from singing backgrounds either. That's the other thing. A lot of niggas like doing melody because we have it inside of us, but they haven't developed that voice. That's what I was talking about. You know.
Who do you? No, my fault. No, keep going.
Now, last thing I was gonna say is like, but that's gonna change when people start being like, I want to hear your unique voice again. You know?
Yeah.
Like not that auto-tune voice. And even with the auto-tune voice, your auto-tune voice better sound like yours.
And somebody who surprised me with singing, which I used to go in on this nigga all the time because this nigga suck. But his last album is one of the best albums of, I feel like, this decade. And it's a Childish Gambino one. And I feel like niggas like that, like, when I hear him sing, I'm like, that's great. So I feel like people like him, Frank, Miguel, like people of this era, I feel like they're leading it into the right direction. But because I remember, okay, because it's finna lead to somebody else. I feel like you have a similar vocal styles, but I'm just ask you first, who do you think of today's age? Can you see somebody be like, oh, you sound like him, and you would be like, oh, I can see what you're saying, like just vocally, just like in like similar tone. Nobody?
I mean, I listen to no.
I'm gonna tell you who I think you sound like, but you sound like her better version because I don't listen to this nigga music. I'm not a fan. You are similar to Party Next Door when you on the positive, negative. I was like, that's like Party Next Door. I was like, it sounded like Party Next Door if he was fire, but it's like it's hard to me. So, anybody of not today's, but just of I guess old age that you think you may sound similar to, or you think you're just your own nigga.
I mean, I really feel like my mom was always like, you know, how do you sound? What do you sound like? I love like people like Jamie Foxx even.
Yeah.
You know, going people like I love these people and like how they sang, they sounded. But yeah, I have my own sound. I mean, I think that's evident from the fact that like anybody who I've heard listen to my music or people who have hit me up, shot me messages or whatever, they're like, yo, like I don't like this is dope. And then people will be like, oh, this reminds me of like Prince, Frank Ocean, Party Next Door vibes, you know. But that doesn't. That's basically saying this is a blank type, you know, artist voice, whatever. As opposed to like, so whenever people have to do that, I feel like you're onto something because they have to use multiple to get into it. Yeah, so, James Fauntleroy is somebody else I listen to.
Okay, I haven't really got into him, but I always see him featured on stuff. I probably need to peep bro out.
You probably heard a lot of songs he wrote.
Yeah, I know he writes for a lot of people. But and then also I was on Instagram. I see you was with Matt, and also see you was with Usher, baby. How did that come up?
Who?
Usher.
Oh nah, so we were just all in. We basically just at the studio at the same time, right place. That's pretty much it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now that you for the people that I guess are subscribed to me and you guys you see my Matt Delarue interview, tell the people how you know him.
I mean, I feel like like energies come together, and that's it. Nah, but like the actual story is like our homie met him, and I known the guy since I was 17. He met him when he was 17.
You know Matt since you were 17, or you know the dude that connected y'all?
I know Matt since I was 19.
Okay.
So it was 2 years later after I met that dude. But he basically met him and brought him to Atlanta while we were already in Atlanta. So I went to Atlanta. I was there for a year. Then I met him, and then we worked. And it was funny because that dude is a producer, but he used to sing. So I was producing for him at the time. And then it kind of reversed, and then we met Matt, or he met Matt, brought him to Atlanta, and we've been working ever since.
Yeah, that nigga. I think Matt is fire. I'm mad at that nigga though because he deleted all the songs off SoundCloud and he got some fire joints on there. So I'm waiting for him. Y'all got some music cooking up?
Yeah, always.
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
You know, and soon to be shared for sure.
All right. Before I let you out of here, a couple more things. It's crazy. A lot of parallels between you and Matt because last time Matt is the only nigga I had sing on here, and he was like. I was like, you had to do it for the culture, man. And he was like, I said, and I got out the frame because I was like, I don't want you to be singing to me and shit. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, just imagine some females in the background. So, do you want to bless niggas I never heard you before with your vocals real quick, man?
Yeah, we could do it.
What you say, bro?
All right, let me see. What we doing? What we doing?
I mean, it's whatever, bro. It's whatever.
Shoot, what we doing? Originals or we know something?
Whatever, bro. Whatever you feel comfortable with.
All right, let me see. Shoot. Okay. I wanna be the one who keeps your time, the one that's on your mind, the one that's hard to find, even when we're in the daylight, yeah, the one that's on your phone, and meet you back at home. Don't have to be alone again. No. Alright, you know what I'm saying? That's all we got.
Hey, man, you finna have at least 13 hoes follow you just off that. You feel me, man? You know what I'm saying, man? Just off that. But, hey, actually, I posted this, and you actually got one fan question from a nigga named Young NATO. And we say it's a question, we get out of here. Young NATO said, hey, I just heard your music recently. You're pretty good, but I have a question. Who's your favorite porn star?
My favorite porn star?
Favorite porn star.
Man, we can't disclose. This can't even be disclosed. It's that, you know, like the whole thing is just the internet. Damn, nigga. Man, these men out here. Yo, what? Yo, also, like, first off, what kind of setup for that question was it? Yo, your music is cool, but let me just ask you something. Like, what's your mama be doing at night? What?
Oh man, that's some funny shit right there, man. Hey man, I mean, hey man, it's a good ass interview. I think it's time for me to disclose a secret, man. So it's been an ongoing thing to like one of my first interviews. The nigga Young Nate, that's my friend. His name is Nate, and that was like his like question for like everybody I interviewed, and now that's just the ongoing thing I do with everybody I interview. So everybody, I'm like, oh, I got a fan question. That's always my thing. So that was my shit right there. And everybody, I done got some wild ass answers for that, man. I got this one nigga. I was like, I think it was Quentin Miller I interviewed, and he said some white chick, and I was like, damn, man, you don't like black girls? He was like, can't disclose that information.
He already put it out there, though.
Yeah, man, so I done got some wild shit, but, hey, man, anything else you want to say before we get out of here?
Man, thanks for having me. That's it, bro. Your interviews are dope. Funny as hell.
Thank you, man. Hey, man, until next time, I say what I mean what I say. Haters gonna hate.